My name is Layla Alim, and I'm here to ask you to imagine yourself not knowing where you're going to sleep tonight. According to the statistics from the Changing Homelessness Committee, 1,654 people in Jacksonville live with this unfortunate reality every day. According to the U.S. Department of Housing and Urban Development, the severity of homelessness fluctuates greatly state to state. California leading with 69% of their unsheltered people being homeless. The 5 states conclude California, New York, Florida, Texas, and Washington. 2.5 to 3.5 million people experience the unsheltered homelessness, defined as spending the night on the streets, in abandoned buildings and other places that are not suitable for human habitation. We all know it pulls at our heartstrings when somebody comes up asking for money, asking for food, and to see our fellow citizens asleep on bus and park benches. This evening I'm here to propose the concept of self-sufficient homeless shelters by first describing the need for the shelters, second describing how not only homeless people but we as a whole will benefit from it, and finally describing impact and difference it will make in our communities. A change like this is necessary because according to National Alliance to End Homelessness, estimated 553,742 people in the United States experience homelessness on a given night. The number is steady increasing. I cannot count how many times I've been out, usually downtown, and have personally encountered people asking for money, asking for food, witnessing people asleep on sidewalks, alleys, benches, parking garages. I'm sure we've all seen that. It never gets any less uncomfortable, and it always leaves you feeling like you want to make a difference. How can I help? According to the U.S. Department of Housing and Urban Development, 2 in 3 people experience homelessness were adults not living with children, meaning these adults are most likely capable of sustaining their own living sources. A lot of shelters have the 1-night limit, and not everybody in line is fortunate enough to even get a bed to sleep in that night. They have to come back another time and kind of fend for themselves on the streets. According to the National Law Center on Homelessness and Poverty, the leading cause of homelessness is the lack of housing affordability, unemployment, poverty even while working with income, mental illness with lack of health care, which is another major issue in America, and substance abusers. Now I know we necessarily don't exactly like to give cash handouts to these people because we don't know if they're going to go towards a good cause, like something that's going to happen out of it. So to eliminate that, we can change this with a self-sustainable community where, if capable, the homeless individuals will farm and prepare food for themselves on the provided land, housekeep the facilities, and construct and keep the upkeep of the buildings in their community. There will be questions of where the income to provide the tools and food for utilization will come from. My response is the initial funding can get this plan into action, while charitable donations or maybe the funds that were previously provided for these shelters, the 1-night shelters or the soup kitchens, can go instead towards these communities to keep them rolling. This is an idea that can be beneficial to everybody on both sides. By lowering rates of homeless people, it will also teach them important life skills that create valuable individuals to assist in the community, while also creating a change for the generations to come. In return, this will clean up the streets, having less homeless people asleep at public areas. I do believe this will bring satisfaction to all of us, knowing that there's less people on the streets. We all know that downtown Jacksonville is prime time for these kind of people. So look over your shoulder, like he said before in his speech. Nobody likes being at a red light and somebody coming up with a cardboard paper or coming up to your window and kind of makes you scoot down in your seat and act like you don't see them. And so, anyways, I'm comfortably asking you for donations, like I said, and knowing that they're in their own safe community and you are in yours as well. So, it's heart-wrenching when people ask for money and food. Knowing there are people going hungry brings tears to my eyes because I don't think that's a feeling any human being across the world should feel. It's really something that we take for granted in our everyday lives, but we're trying to expand on that. Now that I have proposed my idea to you, I hope you're able to see the needs that have been described, the benefits it will bring to the community, and satisfaction it will provide to not only our homeless, but our city as a whole here in Jacksonville. Unfortunately, homelessness is a big problem in the world. I hope my statistics showing why people would want this and benefits of it will support and encourage my idea. With your help in starting my operation in Jacksonville, we can reduce the amount of people without food or a place to sleep and have the potential to branch out to other locations and hopefully internationally one day, so we can bring these rates down. Thank you.